Footnotes from the Life Application Study Bible. What happened in the synagogue service? First, the Shema, which Jews would repeat several times daily, would be recited. Then certain prayers would be spoken, and there would be a reading from the law, the books of Genesis through Deuteronomy, a reading from the prophets intending to illustrate it, and a sermon. The synagogue leaders decided who would lead the service and give the sermon. A different person would be chosen to lead each week. Since it was customary for the synagogue leaders to invite visiting rabbis to speak, Paul and Barnabas usually had an open door when they first went to a synagogue. But as soon as they spoke about Jesus as the Messiah, the door would often slam shut. They were usually not invited back, and sometimes they would be thrown out of town. Antioch of Pisidia was a different city from Antioch of Syria, where there was already a flourishing church. This Antioch, in the region of Pisidia, was a hub of good roads and trade, and had a large Jewish population. When they went to a new city to witness about Jesus, Paul and Barnabas would go first to the synagogue. The Jews who were there believed in God and diligently studied the Scriptures. Tragically, however, many could not accept Jesus as the promised Messiah because they had the wrong idea of what the Messiah should be. He was not, as they desired, a military king who would overthrow Rome's control, but a servant king who would defeat sin in people's hearts. Only later, when Jesus returns, will he judge the nations of the world. Paul and Barnabas did not separate themselves from the synagogues, but tried to show clearly that the very Scriptures the Jews studied pointed to Jesus.